Welcome to Falle Engineering video series.
Can't deal with rats anymore.
I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Falle Engineering will save us.
Let me handle this.
Falle Engineering will save us.
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're one on the phone. Everything's gonna be all right. Please.
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
Yourself.
I don't know why she tripping. I told her ass last week about Falle Engineering.
We got them on the run.
Welcome back. Been a long day, long weekend. I got a little rest. I'm in a good mood. I enjoy my Saturdays off. It's kind of my thing. Today's an interesting, very interesting video. Today we're going to talk about traps. Traps. What makes a good trap? Okay, number one, durability. The big D. We're going to talk about durability. Okay? We're going to talk about feeding. Okay? And we're going to talk about ease of use. Those are the things we're going to talk about today. Also, every trap I looked at for the past 200 years has one flaw. We're going to talk about this flaw. Talk about that flaw. Okay. Now, most people think of traps, they think of this. Or they think of this trap. Or they think of this trap. Or they think of this trap. They think about these traps. One problem. Number one. A lot of traps now don't have durability. What sets our trap apart is the durability. See, from a construction point of view, or from a engineering point of view, you can have a hinge that goes like this. Now, some hinges will do this 100 times. Some hinges will do this 1,000 times. And there are some hinges that will do this for 100,000 times. It's kind of like the Japanese concept of Kaizen. It's about making things as good as it can be right from the factory. Use good parts. And that's what we do. Our traps are made from industrial quality electrical parts and parts. So that's why it comes with a 10-year warranty. Oh, traps come with a 10-year warranty. So let's talk about durability. Okay, plastic. Plastic, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Wood has a shelf life. Springs get old, get warped, get wet. Our traps are made with steel. Our traps are made with steel. Hard steel. Steel. Hard steel? Hard steel. Hard steel. Well, there's no such thing as soft steel. It's hard steel. Okay, fine. Made with steel. Rats have a very hard time going through steel. And it also has to do with the thickness. There are different gauges of steel. There's 18 gauge, there's 16 gauge, there's 20 gauge. There's all the different gauges. And our traps are usually made between 18 and 20 gauge, depending on what area we're going to be in. So that's a big deal. Second, what was F? All right, wait. F. We're going to talk about food. All right, now, food. A big trap, most traps feed rats. They feed rats. Every trap I see feeds rats. Every trap I evaluated feeds rat. There's a trap they use in New York that has a little it's a plastic box, and they put all kinds of food on it, and the trap goes in there and it rolls over because the trap has to hit a mark. Big rats get stuck in that thing. Also, when they have this trap, be it with the little stairs or they have a little rat trap, you know, with a little, you know, with a little snap trap, so on and so forth. They feed the animals. Rats, once again, 17 years old. They'll look at it. I have videos that I'll put around here in a minute that shows a rat using a stick to pop a trap. A rat uses a rock to pop a trap. Rats let smaller, dumber rats go in the trap, and then the alpha comes and eats the rat and the cheese or peanut butter. So that's the problem with that. Now, I also want to talk about, so let's not feed the rats. Rats cannot eat from our machine. Let's say a rat beats our machine. Hasn't happened, but let's say it does. It can't get the food out. It'll get frustrated, come back the next day. If it beats the machine again, which is now you're talking about a really hard thing to do, no food, comes back the next day. And they'll keep coming back until they get caught, and they will get caught. Even the beta rats will be sent in by the alpha rats. They'll get caught. But the thing is this, unlike every other rat on the market, our rats are never seen, our traps. Our traps are never seen by rats. Rats don't see our traps. They don't know where our traps are. They cannot learn the trap. They cannot beat the trap. That's how it is, and that's what we do. Our trap also has something that every single trap doesn't have. Every trap that you look at, every single trap that you look at on the market has a trigger. This is a trigger. Has a trigger. Okay? The rat has to do something. The rat has to trigger it. They trigger it by their weight, or they reach for something, all that stuff. Our trap, we don't have a trigger. There's nothing to learn. There's no area in the trap that feels funny or moves funny. When the trap closes on and captures the rat, it does it at the same speed as a snake.
The rat trap can hold multiple rats.
Almost the same speed as the way a cat can move, but just a little bit less than a cat. That's really fast. But a snake gets them. We got you. There's no way out once it gets in there. We don't have a trigger. We're made out of metal. The rat trap never doesn't feed people. Doesn't feed the rats. That's a big deal. There's another thing about our traps. We don't use poisons. Poisons don't work. Right now, there are companies that are reformulating poisons. And they are reformulating the poisons to kill the rats. Some are short-term poisons, some are fast-term poisons. They're all crap. They all don't work. Because now there are rats, not only will they eat the rat that died of poison, if it died of a poison, but it won't eat the stomach. It won't eat the flesh, it eat meat, but it won't eat the stomach, and it won't eat the heart, and it won't eat the liver. Because they know now. The other day I saw a video of an owl who ate a rat and left all the internal organs alone, which is unusual because usually the heart and the liver are the most highly dense part of any animal. That's how smart they are. We got to quit thinking that we're smart. So another issue with traps is they have a tendency to only be for one use. Rats or a mouse. If you try to catch a mouse with a rat trap, the mouse will literally stand on the trap and it won't spring. Mouse doesn't weigh enough. A rat will take a mouse trap, which is, a rat trap is usually kind of like this big, and a mouse trap is usually kind of like this big. A rat will kick the trap and make the trap spring. And if the mouse trap does spring and hits the rat, it'll piss them off, but it won't kill them. Once again, you're feeding them. Okay? Doesn't work that way. Our traps, anything that goes in the trap. Now, of course, a small dog cannot go in the trap. A puppy can go in the trap. A small cat probably couldn't make it in the trap. I doubt, seriously, because it's really very confining. It's really designed for animal. But a scorpion, a snake, things like that can go in the trap. It's one trap for one purpose, and that is what it's for. So that's what makes a good trap. And once again, industrial. We use industrial stuff. Industrial. Okay? Now there's one other catch here. There's no computers in our trap. Also, our trap can be ran on something as small as a motorcycle battery. And a small little solar panel. Uses very little. Our trap can also be used in zero gravity. You can have it on Mars. Once again, where there's an ass in a sandwich, you're going to have a rat. So our trap makes all of the rat trap and mouse traps what they are. Old, just doesn't work. So that's a good explanation, I guess. The rest we'll go over when we talk to you. Once again, thank you for your attention. David, Falle Engineering.